Hey man, for a second, let's forget about your physique, your status, your financial situation, your height, your physical attractiveness, if you will. Let's forget about all these things for a second and ask ourselves, what is the most attractive trait that a man can exhibit? That is the trait that shows her you are to be trusted. The masculine direction in your life is to be trusted. It works like a magnet. Whether she can trust your direction, your vision, what you're building, that is what she is looking for. She, of course, does this in many, many, many ways. But what is the most important way for you to exhibit that you are a man to be trusted? That I'm gonna tell you exactly. I think you might be surprised. And as always, of course, I'm gonna tell you how to start out doing it. Hey man, good to see you again. I'm happy you're back. Whether this is the first video you're watching or you are a long-time viewer of the channel, I am happy you are here. I'm happy you are a part of this extremely important movement right here at the end of 2022. I'm not going to waste your time because I know you value your time, so let's get it. So again, the feminine is attracted by the masculine that is grounded in its vision, grounded in its direction, and is showing signs of moving into that direction with success. And the feminine will always look for that in basically everything. When she can find it, this is what allows her to build attraction with you. So I'm not going to list the 20 or 30 things you can do. I think you can also gauge for yourself what builds that masculine trust in her. But what I'm going to tell you is the most impactful, and it is social freedom. Everyone in this world, to a degree, is concerned with controlling and assuming the perception of others. So, what does that mean? Everybody is aware of his own ego, everybody is aware of his own image, and we are concerned with how others perceive that because we want to be good enough, we want to be liked, we want to feel safe, because back in the days we used to be kicked out of the tribe if we didn't conform to that desired perception, right? Well, times have fucking changed. Nobody's gonna kick you out of the tribe. At most, you're gonna be cancelled if you get too popular or too loud or whatever. But let's say that's not important for now. The concern with how you are perceived to others is something that screams insecurity. It screams, I am hiding something. It screams, I feel I am not good enough. And a woman will always feel this. A woman will always sense this. The most apparent example of this, of being involved in how you are perceived, is how you are expressing yourself socially. Look at someone like Pete Davidson. I don't know the guy too much, but I know one thing about him. And as he has been in the public eye dating all these high value women, people are quite surprised with why he's able to date these high value women. Well, most important thing that he is doing is he is completely socially free. Look at the way he's dressing, the way he's acting. He's doing stand up. He doesn't give a shit about what anyone thinks about him. It makes him so self-secure that he truly doesn't care anymore what someone will think of him, even though that he's an outlier, even though that he's different and might be deemed as weird by some people. It is the ability to express yourself courageously, fearlessly, because we all have this thing, right? We all have this thing that second guesses if we want to approach a woman, that second guesses if we want to make a joke or want to do a speech at a dinner. And these things you want to do, you think it's a good idea, but something is stopping you from expressing yourself. Why? Because you are concerned with how you will be perceived by others and whether that is going to be good enough. If you can completely break free from that, that means that you are able to authentically express yourself at any moment. If you allow me to digress a bit, I think this is so important that it should not even be a part of the conversation to be attractive for women. I think this is just something that gives you so much freedom in your life and happiness that you should already be interested in this topic by default. But let's stick to the topic. You are showing in one of the most feared and courageous ways possible. I am completely okay with myself. I'm not hiding anything. You can trust me. So, of course, how do you start doing this? Inside the Masculine Direction program, there is a few challenges that a lot of clients have deemed extremely valuable. And I'm talking about social freedom challenges. Sit down on the floor in a supermarket for 60 seconds, film yourself. Lay down in front of a busy street. Have a conversation with a friend of yours in a very busy shopping street on both ends while you guys are screaming. Just like a small talk conversation. These things are incredibly fun, and what you will learn as you're exposing yourself to this incredibly deep fear is that it was never real. It was always an illusion. People don't give a shit about you. Honestly, people don't give a fuck, man. They will look at you for a second and then they're concerned about how they are responding to you. They might not even look and just continue walking completely spaced out. And if they look and if they judge, they will have forgotten the next phone call they have to take for business. People don't give a fuck. And as you start learning this, as you start feeling this, that first of all, the fear was never real. As you lean into it, it will just disappear. And secondly, it really does not matter. These challenges are one of the most liberating experiences you can have in your life. It doesn't matter where you are in your path, this is one of the most liberating things that you can do. And here in the Masculine Direction, we are interested in freedom, right? In any sense. Financial freedom, social freedom, freedom in your time, freedom in your location, everything. And so if I bring that to what we're doing in the program, it is basically expressing everything that we are, right? It is financially expressing our potential. It is socially, it is the dynamic with women expressing ourselves fully. Some men, and it might be you, have this sort of fire to develop and discover everything about themselves, right? To really become the best version of yourself possible. People with that fire generally want to expand all these territories, right? If that is you, that is purely what we are doing in the Masculine Direction program. So if you're interested, book a call with me down in the description below, and we can see if you're a good fit with me and the rest of the guys in the network. And for now, man, that's it. See you in the next video.